and listener, thank you very much for staying tuned. Happy Jum'ah or Jum'at Mubarak to all of us. We look forward to an interesting interaction as usual.
Yes, of course, we look forward to an interesting interaction as usual. The statement that the ruling All Progressives Congress APC is an Islamic party made by Babachir Lowell, former Secretary of the Government of the Federation SGF, recently was challenged by the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) and the Jama'atu Nasir Islam JNI. Malam Ibrahim Kufena, Secretary of the JNI Kaduna chapter, said Lowell would have to explain further, but that's not the issue we are beginning with this lovely Friday morning. We are going far away from Nigeria to look at issues as we have them trending on our national dailies. And this one says the governor of California in the United States, Gavin Newsom, has approved millions of dollars in the state funding to boost security at synagogues, mosques, and other places of worship. And so, oh my, this is at the peak of the unacceptable, condemnable thing that is going on between
Palestine
and Israel. So, Shabu, what do you say about this?
Yeah, well, first of all, let me say, just like you, that what's going on in between Israel and Palestine is highly condemnable because, like we've always said, at this point in time, with the civilization that has seemingly taken place over the years, with the enlightenment, the intellectual development that have actually taken place across the world over the years, we ordinarily wouldn't or shouldn't actually be contending with
issues,
such issues and all of that. Ordinarily, the world should have been able to find more civilized ways of actually handling conflicts, disputes, and all of that. But surprisingly or unsurprisingly, here we are. This is the issue, and reports have it that thousands of civilians have continued to be killed by Israeli forces in Gaza and all of that, after our Palestinian forces also killed hundreds of civilians in Israel and all of that. So whichever way we look at it, I think the watchword or the important thing here is the fact that civilians are actually being killed, and that is actually not supposed to be. Israel had actually promised to protect, the lives and properties of civilians in Gaza, as it actually attempted to launch, ground attacks and things like that. But apparently, civilians are not being protected. Their properties and lives are not being protected, because even in hospitals, we've heard of civilians, women and children being killed. And we've always said there's no way you can carry out an attack of such magnitude and not actually kill civilians. It can't happen. So both countries have killed civilians, and we say that is condemnable. But away from that could be like we had also predicted before now, the issue of Palestine and Israel, was actually going to assume a religious dimension, and you can see that is coming to pass. Even in Nigeria, we've seen protests between among Muslims and Christians, and things like that. There've been Muslims who have actually protested the killings of
some Muslims.
Some Muslims who have protested. Thank you. Some Muslims who have protested. What Israel is doing. And there have been some Christians too who have protested against what Palestine has done and things like that. So the issue is gradually assuming a religious dimension. Even though we have always said, and we will still say here, that it is seemingly a religious issue, but of course, on both sides, both Muslims and Christians have actually been victims of this whole situation. The people, the civilians that were killed by, Palestinian forces in Israel were actually not Muslims. They were Jews and all of that. This is the issue. And now again, the civilians who are being killed by Israel in Gaza and all of that are both Muslims and Christians, because there are Christians even among the the Palestinians, and all of that. Just yesterday I stumbled on a video where a Palestinian Christian was lamenting the destruction of a church where they used to worship and things like that. So this is what is going on. But away from that could be like you rightly mentioned, Governor Gavin Newsom of California decided to make available some funds, to protect worship centers in California. And in his words, and I'm quoting him verbatim, no matter how and where one prays, every Californian deserves to be safe. That's his words. He said, no matter how, meaning that regardless of your religion, no matter where you worship, every Californian deserves to be safe. And for that reason, he decided to make available $10 million, to be given to police officers who will be posted at religious institutions to provide cover or security for worshippers and things like that. And like I did mention, all worship centers, whether they belong to Muslims or Christians, will actually, benefit from this intervention. And the idea is to, provide security for people, because according to Governor Gavin Newsom, and of course, the Democratic lawmaker who decided to even raise the issue before it was eventually approved by Governor Gavin Newsom, Jesse Gabriel. Jesse Gabriel is the Democratic lawmaker who actually brought up the issue on the floor of the legislature before it was eventually taken up by Governor Gavin Newsom. So both of them are actually saying that the conflict going on between Israel and Palestine could actually, assume a religious dimension and could actually affect across countries, and could actually affect, citizens across countries, especially even in the United States. You understand, Muslims could say we're not happy with what's going on. Christians could say we're not happy with what's going on. And before you know it, we've always said this could be religion. Is the core of a people's value system. And it's a highly emotive issue. So anytime it has to do with religion, people seem to lose their senses of reasoning and things like that. So I think it's sort of a proactive measure on the part of the Californian government, just in case of any eventuality. So I think that's a good one, isn't it? Because, Governor Gavin Newsom is not a Muslim; he's a Christian. You understand?
But the deployment of personnel, there is no any sign of segregations or
that is what we are saying.
Selfish being supportive.
And that is also why we are commending it.
And then like you also mentioned already, that is a proactive measure.
Yeah, it's a proactive measure.
You cannot just fold your hands and then you say nothing is going to happen.
Definitely.
This is religion. This is religious issue.
Definitely.
It's taking that dimension already.
Yes.
So I think even as a people, even in Nigeria too, it won't be bad if we see government, being all out just so to begin to do some things.
Yeah, definitely. If you could recall, could be just a few days ago, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak of the United Kingdom actually, condemned or lamented the manner in which some Muslims, in the UK, actually sort of protested against what they call the killings of civilians in Palestine. And Governor Rishi Sunak actually did admit that, while people across countries have the right to, protest what they feel is not acceptable, it should actually be done in a civil and a civilized manner. What he actually specifically condemned was the manner in which some of the protesters actually went about the protests and things like that. This is the issue. And also, why were Muslims or some Muslims protesting across cities in the United Kingdom? It's because, like we have said, of the highly emotive nature, of religion and things like that. And I feel, yes, it was right for those people to have protested, because the killings of civilians in schools and hospitals is highly, highly condemnable, no matter who is guilty, of doing so. But the issue here is that, like we have said, it is feared that the same thing could be happening in even the United States. Yeah. And that is why, Governor Gavin Newsom decided to say, let's actually deploy, security personnel to protect worship places, churches and mosques and synagogues and all of that, just in case of any eventuality. And like you rightly mentioned, this is something we could actually replicate in Nigeria too, because we seem to be contending, with similar situations. And that is why I always, do not hesitate to commend, here in Plateau State, we all know what experiences we had in the past and all of that. We are grateful that for the past 10 years or more, we have been, peaceful. There haven't been, any major, clashes here and there. Besides
city.
Pockets of, sporadic attacks, on communities and things like that.
Yes,
in villages and things like that. But there hasn't been any major, conflagration as far as, the Plateau State is concerned. And we're very, very grateful for that. But why has that been the case? It's been the case because, both Muslims and Christians have at some point in time actually, realized the need to actually live in peace. And we have seen situations where, Muslims have been given cover by Christians in mosques. We have also seen situations where, Muslims have given Christians cover, in churches and things like that, during festivities and all of that. And we say, these are the sorts of, gestures, that we want to see on the part of, at the end of the day, it's a free world, isn't it? The United States might have its own weaknesses or issues here and there, but I think that when it comes to, protecting human rights and things like that, I feel you must give it to countries like the UK, Britain and other civilized countries of the world, and things like that. This is it. So we hope that going forward, we should see more of such gestures.
Yes, of course, going forward, we see more of such gestures. But of course, let's just go to see this. This one say, 37 years after the death of the founder of Newswatch, a public affairs analyst and a public relations consultant, Mr. Demi Saka, recently, refuted claims that, the veteran journalist, that's Dele, right?
Delegiwa, yes,
was not actually being bombed,
as claimed,
as
alleged,
because believed, according to him, if someone who would have gone through a letter bomb, the way it disseminates, the impact is expected to be more than what they
was
saw,
actually
seen.
Yes,
yes, or obviously his dead body or something like that. And so I think it's an issue.
It's quite an issue, a big one.
Yes, I'm beginning to see some kind of forensic investigations
being done, probably.
Analysts, going into being forensic in, some way, trying to gather information as it relates issues that unfold. All right.
Yeah, well, I think, we will always remember Delegiwa. Of course, his full name was Sumonu Oladelegiwa, but he was popularly called Delegiwa for short, and all of that. He read English in the United States, had a stint with New York Times before he came back to Nigeria to form the newspaper known as Newswatch, through which he, actually was able to actually sustain, criticisms against, policies of government, that he considered, anti-people, anti-masses, anti-Nigeria, anti-Africa, and all of that. His colleague, a co-founder of the Newswatch, Kayode Soyinka, was together with Delegiwa in 1986, the day, that he was actually murdered, allegedly through a letter bomb, and all of that. So, Delegiwa is one person, we will always remember with nostalgia, with, heightened emotion, because if you ask me, Kobe, he was, a patriot to the core, because, he was somebody who dedicated his entire life to fighting for justice, fighting the cause of the poor,
he
fighting against bad
voice.
Governance, a voice for the voiceless and all of that. And so it was quite unfortunate that he actually had to die, in that manner. This is the issue. Now, the issue came up, I think, yesterday or the day before, like you rightly mentioned, and a certain public commentator, Saka, was actually saying that unlike what has been, in the public domain as regards the cause of Delegiwa's death, Delegiwa did not die through, a letter bomb. Because according to him, and like you also rightly mentioned, if he had died through a letter bomb, his hands and face will actually have been damaged and all of that. But Delegiwa was buried, with both hands intact. You understand? So
what letter bomb?
So,
was it a smoky letter bomb?
Well, nobody can tell, could be, but we all do know that, there are people in history who have died through letter bombs and things like that. I do recall that, Walter Rodney, who wrote the book How Europe Underdeveloped Africa, in which he actually drew attention to how, European nations, especially Britain, actually, orchestrated the impoverishment of African countries and all of that through imperialist, tendencies and things like that. He also eventually, was said to have died through a letter bomb and things like that, because at some point in time, some imperialist apologies actually felt, that they were being exposed, right, by Walter Rodney through the book he wrote, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa, and decided to end his life in order to put an end to, and all of these things. But Mali could be, also died through, a similar process and things like that. According to reports, he was given a pair of sneakers, which he, decided to wear during, a show somewhere in South Africa, you understand, by a so-called CIA agent, and things like that. And when he put on the shoe, there was actually, something like a needle hidden under the shoe, you understand. And as soon as he put on the shoe, he was pricked by the needle, and then eventually, he began to lose weight, and then eventually died, weeks later. This is the issue. So you could see at that time, that was the, I think that was the, the trend, right? People who decided to speak against injustice, who decided to speak against corruption.
That appeared to be their fate.
That was their fate. I like that intervention. That happened to be their fate, and all of that, this is the issue.
It's quite unfortunate. It means also, Doro, that corruption has since been fighting.
It has always been there.
It has always been fighting.
It has always been there.
And massive.
And people who decided to speak against, well, maybe recently because of, exposure to democratic tenets and things like that, we could see maybe a downturn in some of these tendencies and all of that. But it was the trend in those days and all of that. I do recall that, it was not only Delegiwa who actually was killed in this manner. Of course, the Ogoni 9, of course, if we can recall, also were allegedly killed by, then head of state, Ibrahim Babangida, and all of that, because of course they were protesting against, the despoliation of their environment, by oil companies and things like that. Of course, the famous Kensaro Wiwa, was, part of the Ogoni 9, who were said to have actually been murdered in a cold-blooded manner, simply because they were protesting against, the despoliation or the destruction, of their environment by, the Dutch Shell Company and things like that. This is the issue. If you could recall again, Obasanjo, was actually incarcerated by, the late Sani Abacha, simply because, according to Abacha, he was actually, protesting against Abacha's attempts to actually succeed himself, and things like that. This is the issue. Oladipo Diya was also a victim of same. These are, victims of what we could actually call the high-handedness or the dictatorship or despotism, that characterized politics in those days. This is the issue. But of course, like you mentioned, 37 years later, nothing seems to have been done about the, cold-blooded murder of Delegiwa, and things like that. And so I think, that is something that is not actually supposed to be. Because, after 37 years, we should actually have seen something, something should actually have been seen to have been done. As far as, because everyone knows that Delegiwa was actually killed in cold blood. Apparently, according to reports, because he was actually, or he had written an article that had exposed, the cankerworm of corruption, that had exposed, the the corruption, the criminal activities of the government of the day, under then, a head of state, Ibrahim Babangida, and things like that. Specifically, according to some report, Babangida's wife was said to have actually been, involved in some shady, dealings, and then Delegiwa got to know of some of those dealings and decided to put together an article exposing such shady dealings and things like that, and to avoid further embarrassment of his family, according to reports or according to allegations, IBB decided to find a way to end, the life of Delegiwa and things like. Now, of course, could be. We are not being categorical here. We are actually just sort of sharing, what we have been able to access as far as reports, and discoveries and opinions are concerned. Until today, nobody can say for sure. And you can see, even Comrade Saka, who has shared views on this issue himself, did confess that Delegiwa did not die courtesy of a letter bomb, as actually alleged. And nobody can even say for sure who actually was responsible, for the death of Delegiwa and things like that. Because so far, 37 years later, specifically, no report actually has indicted anybody. This is the issue. So we are simply, sort of basing our opinion on what we have been able to access or stumble on as far as this particular issue is concerned. But could be, I think we have actually been careless as far as this issue is concerned. And you can see, could be, even as we speak.
Please, just tell me, in what sense have we been careless?
We've been careless. I think the country, successive governments have been careless. Because, it doesn't make sense that 37 years later, and now look at it, after the death of Sani Abacha on June 8, 1998, right? Of course, MKO Abiola, who won the annulled, 1993 presidential election, was actually supposed to have been released from prison. You understand, after the death of Sani Abacha, but just a few hours before his release, he was actually said to have developed a heart attack and died. And reports that actually surfaced after that particular incident seem to have actually suggested that MKO did not actually die a natural death, that he actually was poisoned. You understand, by the, some American, actors and things like that, and all of that. But the issue here is that, has anything been done over time or since the death of MKO Abiola to investigate, the root cause of his death? It was not done. And something, has actually happened as far as the case of, Kensaro Wiwa, the Ogoni 9, who so far has been said to have been arrested in connection with the death of the Ogoni 9. Nobody has actually been seen to have actually been, interrogated or, brought to justice on account of, so I think this is what is going on in this country. People keep dying on a daily basis as a result of standing for the truth, and then, nothing
Mr.
happens.
Doro, now this is to say that, of course, people who die such mysterious death, and then you expect someone to want to take up the vision. You suspect that one or two individuals probably must have been involved, which of course at this point and on this platform we wouldn't know or even say who that such an individuals would be. But of course I want to believe that such incidents, instill fears in men who would ordinarily want to be all out, sought to be a voice to the voiceless, because you have experience where people whom are out to be voices for the voiceless, have been attacked, killed. Definitely. Even recently, about the dollar viral video dollar thing. It was said that the certain journalist who revealed that was
Jaffer.
Yes,
Jaffer.
He had to run for his life.
Definitely,
he had to
go on self-exile to the UK. Yeah.
So you can imagine.
Definitely,
so how many more journalists today are just keeping mute because not because they probably don't have the facts, evidence to bring up some issues that would have helped to bring about, to stem the wings of corruption. But for fear of the unknown.
Well, it's the world we live in.
Yes.
You know, it's a society we're living in.
But I look forward to when those who have some of these evidences or facts to just be bold, and let's see how, you know.
The society has got to be, you know, to be liberal, could be, you know, and I think that without investigative journalism, without the sort of sacrifices that the likes of Kensaro Wiwa, the Ogoni 8 or the Ogoni 9, you know, the likes of Delegiwa, without the sort of sacrifices they actually made, I feel that a society will never be better. Somebody somewhere, you know, our is to actually keep watch, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what we do. You know, and you could be, if you're talking about even, the gains that the world has recorded, you know, as far as the democratic praxis or the democratic culture is concerned, I think you cannot actually overemphasize the role that journalism has actually played.
Yes.
It took journalism, it took,
active
journalism.
For us as a nation,
yeah, definitely.
Yes.
It took active journalism to actually oust, Abacha. Abacha died mysteriously and things like that. But what about, IBB, who decided to to sit tight? It actually took, active journalism, right? It took the sort of sacrifices that Delegiwa and his colleagues actually made, to actually oust, IBB and all of that, and restore, democracy, even though it didn't live to see the light of the day. But I'm just trying to say, journalism has played a role and has continued to play a role in actually entrenching, a democratic culture and things like that. And so journalists should be protected and be made
Journalists should be protected. And we have just 2 minutes to go on this one, Mr. Doro. This one says, NLC, TUC petition governor over murder of a head teacher. So maybe in 2 minutes, let's see what.
Well, Governor Francis Nwefuru of Ebonyi State has been petitioned by the Trade Union Congress and then the Nigerian Union of Teachers and even the NLC over the murder of a certain teacher by the name Simon Omini, popularly called Osmosis. Could be we used to do that. If you, if as a teacher you seem to have a soft spot for a certain topic, students will naturally nickname you after such a topic, and things like that. We used to have a teacher, then in JSS Chonyap, by the name Jacob Audu, who taught us government, a very, very brilliant teacher. I don't know where he is, but wherever he is, we will pay tribute to him. Anytime he was teaching, he was actually fond of always saying, "Are you following?" Anytime, probably just as a way of confirming,
to make sure,
make sure we were actually,
page.
On the same page and things like that. And so eventually we came to nickname him "Are you following?" So anytime we were sending for him, we would say, "Go and call, are you following?" And eventually I also came to be nicknamed up, because as a result of his influence, actually I also came to adopt, that particular phrase. And so I was always fond of saying, "Are you following?" Anytime I was teaching in class and things. So I also eventually came to be nicknamed after that particular. Well, that's just, on a lifetime of. Now, Simon Omini was, brutally murdered, by yet to be identified assailants in a certain village in Ebonyi State. The name of the village is actually, the name of the village is given as Nkaleke, right? And the name of the school, where the head teacher was killed, is actually given as Nkaleke Achara Secondary School in Ebonyi State. And according to the story, some men in their numbers actually, walked into government secondary school Achara in Kaleke, as if they were on a genuine mission. They asked for the way to the office of the head teacher, and then because of the manner in which they appeared and presented themselves, and nobody suspected anything. So they were accordingly directed to the office of the head teacher, where they found him discussing with some guests from the West African Examination Council. So upon accessing the head teacher's office, they immediately asked him to lie down. You understand? And so without any attempt to resist, he lied down, and then before he knew it, they actually released bullets into his head and things like that. And then that was what culminated in the death of the head teacher. And so the NUC, the TUC, and the NLC are actually saying that the governor of the state has to take up the issue to make sure that justice is actually served, so that the safety of teachers, especially in Nigerian villages. In northern Nigeria could be, we know what the story has been. Students and teachers have been kidnapped and things like that, you know, consistently, with nothing actually being done. And if this continues, most likely the future of education in Nigeria will be bleak.
Oh, thank you very much. Our heart goes to the family of the deceased and, of course, the people of Ebonyi. And at this point, we're going to short break. When we come back, it's going to be your turn. So stay tuned, I beg.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs some love. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way. It concerns you. It kill love, it kill dreams. It land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to Unity 93.3 FM and TV. Beatrice Adamu, he remains my name, anchor of Unity Trend this lovely Friday morning, the 20th of October 2023. Football will henceforth be used as a tool to promote peace and unity on the plateau. These are the words of Honorable Dr. Suleiman Yahaya Kwande, the Tafidan Irigwe, Garkuan Furaka, as popularly known as Daliop. Honorable Suleiman made the statement on the 19th of October 2023 at Miss Palace, just during an oath of allegiance and receipt of certificate of return as chairman of Plateau Football Association PFA by polling 24 votes. Mr. Ezira Gotid got 23 votes as first vice chairman PFA. Wow, it's lovely. Some of us whom are not a football enthusiast will become one and very active football fans now that the ingredients, elements of peace and unity is set to be carried along as what they would do. Thank you so much for staying tuned. And of course, today is that very day with which you will get to, call and let us know what the project is that you have in your community that has been abandoned. And so today's edition of Unity Trend is an open mic, and we call it the compilation of abandoned projects. It's all yours. And so if you have any project that has been abandoned, just do well to call me on the studio line of Unity 93.3 FM this lovely Friday morning. And the studio line remains 070-3235-3315. Just tell me your name, where you're calling from. Describe as vivid as possible what project is there that has been abandoned in your community. It is believed that government is continuum, and so we want the spirit of continuity. So what project is that? You may want to tell me. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Dave.
Oh, thank you very much. It's good to have you.
Yes, this is Pastor JJ Diamond at Yantia Donkasa.
Pastor Yantia Donkasa.
I want to comment on the issue of what we were talking about before.
Okay.
The people who stand to do the right thing in Nigeria are always, on the run.
All right.
Understand? We have my boss, ordinary Dr. Ahmed Isa, the one who took it upon himself to do the right thing, and we all know that ordinary president is not just in Nigeria alone. They are going international. But I can categorically tell you, this is someone I know vividly well, that his life has been in danger ever since he took it upon himself to do the right thing. Politicians in Nigeria have been trying to kill this man, but the prayer of people have been sustaining this man till today. Other people think that this man, ordinary Dr. Ahmed Isa, as the ordinary president, I think he's using charm. It's not charm. It's prayer of the common man, because this is the man that has time is done to fight corruption in Nigeria. And we all know fighting corruption, you just have to make up your mind.
All right.
Whatever the outcome, just do the right thing. And we are standing to do the right thing. We are emulating him, we are his children, and we continue to do the right thing in order to see that we have a better Nigeria, free from corruption.
Thank
I think
you.
that we do that, the better for us. You have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, and thanks for calling. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Okay, today's edition is an open mic, and we call it the compilation of abandoned projects. Okay, when was the last time you've been to Plateau Hotel? When was the last time you've been to Hill Station Hotel? When was the last time you've been to the Zara Road Stadium in the city of Jos? Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you very much. Who is with me this morning?
Thank you. My name is Azitel. I'm calling from Kola.
Azitela, it's good to have you. So, what's the take?
Yes, I'm not happy to meet you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, and thanks for calling.
Honestly, like last caller that making control about the EMT for 70.
Oh, Pastor.
Let me tell you, I'm very concerned about this corruption in Nigeria. You understand?
Yes.
Corruption is ratio that is making our country backward. It's helping to make it hard. You understand?
Yes.
But those they are behind to fight this corruption, they are the ones involved into corruption. That's why you see, I can remember the former President Muhammadu Buhari, he is calling for his administration to emphasize the fight against corruption. But the way he entered the government, you see, honestly, even most of his cabinet, they are corrupt. You start fighting corruption,
thank you.
And then you see something else.
Thank you
and then
very much.
With this word that is fighting corruption fighting back.
Thank you very much, Azitelo.
Some word that We cannot fight corruption. Corruption is in Nigeria. So let us be sincere and fight this corruption so that Nigeria is getting forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you for making your points. There are Mr. Azitelo. Please, if you call us, today's edition is an open mic end, but of course with a topic. What we have is that we just want to give every listener and viewer out there the opportunity to tell us, is there any project that has been abandoned around you? Is it a bridge? Is it road? Is it water? Whatever it is it healthcare facility? Just tell us, describe as vivid as possible. So please, it's a compilation. So let's hear you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's Nesara from Bicos.
My Nesara from Bicos. Any abandoned projects in your community?
Yeah, we have one at Shirin Road.
What project is that, please?
And there's Shirin at Rico.
What project is it? Is it road or bridge?
Yeah, it's abandoned project, and I did one abandoned project at Abattoir, police station, the Banana Street.
Is it a building? Is it a bridge? Is it a
No,
road?
it's a road, sir.
A road construction. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
And the issue of what the CAN and DNA has said, that's I am happy about it. So that people will know that CAN and DNA, they don't have a problem between them.
Thank
and
you.
They are trying to make sure that Nigeria is, we have peace in Nigeria.
Thank you very much for
I'm
calling.
happy about that.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Yes, that was my Nesara calling from Ricos. He said there's an abandoned project, road construction in that axis. So if you call me, please just tell me your name and who you're calling me from. Just go straight ahead. Describe that project that you know have been abandoned. So let's get to compile. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
My name is also from the world.
All right, please. Any project abandoned?
No, we don't have any, because I can give it to the last administration. They've done a lot, more especially about our construction road from the world down to the limit junction.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that my worry is about the kind of condition, the project that the government always, instead of the continuation from the past administration for the most of the people are not blaming or saying that Kalamufa no. I mean that the country, they blame the Canadian government, saying they are the one that started the project. This project they have started, are they started for their family or are they started for the benefit of the public? Then we should focus on the needs and wants of the public. Because you see, this kind of project that is not being done, finished here and there, most of the time, let me tell you, it's all about corruption. Corruption and corruption. Come, there is one walk. All these sacrifice their substance and focus on the general. Go and look what kind of life their family are living now. If they wish, they can carry the whole part of the state or country and take it under their own control, but they say no. The people, that's what our leaders now I enjoy for the work, silent work they have done for us. Why should they present leaders not do the same? I'm calling them that they should go out and one way. God bless and God bless us.
Thank you very much, and thanks for calling. Okay, if you call me, let's get to know, is there any abandoned projects in your community? It might be a project that has been there, maybe halfway for a very long time. Let's get to hear. It's a compilation time. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. It's good to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Sadiq Umar. I'm calling from TTNT Junction.
Sadiq Umar, please go on in a minute.
Yeah, actually, I will commend you for bringing this topic. And actually, when we look at abandoned projects, it's something that have been affected in the previous community, especially in the state government. But when we look at the history of this abandoned project, it is not fair in this present administration to name any abandoned project since it has not received up to 5 months. But looking at the previous administration and the previous administration before the previous administration, we have occupied by Plateau people. For example, now like the stadium is one of the projects, like the roads that have been in the community, like in that earlier program about the overhead bridge that have been done. It's just a finishing that remains. Up to now, it has not been done. And looking at our stadium, we're expecting, as it has gone far, we're expecting in the next administration it should be completely finished.
All right.
But it's also an abandoned project.
All right.
So we are calling on this present administration to look at the abandoned projects that have been raised in the state, because we have a trust in this administration. Like when they come, they have start doing something that people are not
you need to round up.
So that is a very, very good one that we are expecting from the government. And we are hoping that the government will finish any abandoned project in a particular community or in every local government, so that we can get it right. And I'm also raising a Igbo record community that we have not seen any road for the past 10 years.
You need to round up now, please.
At the coming of this present administration, and we are hoping that they will come and complete it, and we will start the finishing. Thank you very much. God bless.
Okay, thank you. Please, if you call, just try to make your points within a minute. Others will need to call because we just want to compile as many abandoned projects as possible. I'm talking about projects 5 years, 10 years, even 20 years. If you know of any, please just call us and let's compile. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, Mr. Doron.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please go on.
Thank you for bringing this wonderful topic. That is about great citizens.
Amen. We appreciate.
And I have two issues. Number one, there is one public school, nomadic primary school behind Nefazaria Road.
Yakubu Sale, I appreciate you so much because you are able to give me a vivid description. Go on.
Yes. So at Nepa, there is different junction behind Nepa. That school is a public school, but to be sincere, the pupils are sitting on the floor.
All right.
Receiving their lesson.
Thank you.
So we thank God for the engineers, even the Basa local government chairman, for building 2 block classrooms and with an office.
All right.
But to be sincere, honestly, the pupils are sitting on stones on the floor.
At the moment.
To be receiving lecture. And you know, we are facing this January, December, January, the weather is going to be somehow. So secondly, it could be the road linking from Nefazaria to Basa. What the sort of this Haruna Maitala rest in peace. He promised to control that road, if you say. But it was so unfortunate that it is no more.
From Nepa to Basa.
If that road is being constructed, it will be easy for people living around Nepa, Mr. Ali, Guru, and what have you.
Thank you.
Go to Basa local government easier than following that abuse.
Thank you very much.
These two things should be looked at and should be done. I think we appreciate it. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Yakubu Sale. You seem to really get it from me this morning. Any abandoned projects, you talked about school. Yes, and you also talked about a road from Mr. Ali to Basa Secretariat, I want to believe. So please, you may want to do the same or even more. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, thank you very much. Please, who am I on?
My name is Mustafa Adibaba from Misa.
It's been a while, so please, any abandoned project, please.
Actually, we don't have abandoned projects. The mind is just call on the community and the maintenance of the project.
All right.
Because it is from the project that it turns to abandon.
Yes.
So I want to call the community and the synergy between the community and the government.
Yes.
That any project that government has started, we should have the habit of maintenance.
Yes.
So that we engage it.
Thank you.
Because I observed that when a road is being put in place,
yes,
some of our people used to wash their car. But you know, this homo, the homo is
okay.
spoiling the road.
Okay.
So we should just have the habit of maintenance. That's my only.
Thank you.
This morning.
I want to believe you meant to say any detergent. Yes, good. Any detergent.
Okay,
detergent will be.
I'm just calling on our community.
Thank you.
To have maintenance. Thank you very much.
Yes, they said maintenance culture. Okay, you wonder people just in the name of festivity, you get to burning tires on the tar road. You wonder that will be in the nearest future, it will turn out to be a potholes, and that can be very dangerous for us as a people. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much. Any abandoned project, please? Who is
Hello?
speaking with me? Hello, you're welcome.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Abdul DBS. I'm calling from Ricos.
Thank you very much. Let's hear if there's any project. Hello, please go on.
The road that link from Terminal Edward Market to Ricos to Celebrity.
Yes.
That is the abandoned road that we have came from Jan administration.
Okay, from Baba Jan's administration.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. We just want to do a compilation of, we want to hear from the very people themselves. If you are a witness of any project that has been abandoned, you just call us and let's have it. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning. I can hear you.
Hello, I'm Abakar from Neta.
Please go on. Any abandoned project?
We have two abandoned projects in our community.
Please describe it.
One, there's one road called Yellow Road. It came from Deeper Life Station to Nakita.
Go. That's
Built by
good.
the previous governor about 20 years back.
Yes. Since
The
the
abandoned
days of
project.
Governor Darie.
Secondly, we have the primary roads that are built by Papa.
All right.
Even now it's abandoned.
Okay.
So we are calling their attention to come and do that one for us.
Thank you
Thank
very
you, and
much.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. This is one thing. I have never loved a topic like this because it has to do with you. We would have just been in the studio and we compile, but we say you have to say it yourself because government is listening, so they get to know what is that project that has been there. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, in case you want to be a part of this conversation, just call me and let me know what is that abandoned project in your community that you are a witness. It doesn't matter what it is, just call. Federal government project, state government, local government project, just call. We want to compile. 070-3235-3315. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much, sir.
This is Solomon Moralayo from Kubarud.
Please, any abandoned
One
project?
abandoned project is Cultural Center in London Street.
Oh, mine.
Then
This is
two,
lovely.
this is Farm Road from Carbon lead to Tudungoda.
Yes.
That is two. Then the third one is this Rukubaru to this Metlasi Junction.
Yes.
That's the three abandoned projects that I know.
To Utan, right? Thank you very much. Now, this cultural center, you know, that project has been there, and I want to believe, I'm not an architect, I'm not an engineer, I wouldn't be able to estimate how much money was put there, but that project has been there for many years, cultural center, in the city of Jos. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning from Kusia, Mr. Dori.
Thank you very much. Any abandoned project that you know?
I'm Himma calling from Tangier.
The man from GRA, please, any abandoned project?
Yeah, it's our route. It's abandoned project during the Tafe. The road is almost 85 completion.
Okay, which road is that? Which road is that?
About our route.
Okay.
Almost 85 completion.
Okay, describe the location of that road. Which road? Which of it?
You town GRA.
Okay, you turn itself.
GRA.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now you have the road from Satellite Market leading all the way to Tudunwada that has been somehow, do we say, abandoned. You have that which from MISALI Juma Rukubarot leading to Utan. That too. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Oh my, you may need to call me back. The number remains 070-3235-3315. We are on for an open mic edition of Unity Trend this lovely Friday morning. And what we just want you to do is to help us compile abandoned project. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, we can take it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kubi.
Thank you very much.
How was your night and your family?
My night and family, all fine. Give it to God.
God will bless you for the good work you are doing for us in Plateau State.
Thank you very much.
In fact, when I was listening to City Report this morning, I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you
God
very much.
bless you, bless your family, bless your work.
Amen. Amen.
Bless the name of Unity Radio.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
What I want to say is abandoned projects. One is towards Plateau.
Yes.
From Goshe to Tuduwada.
Yes.
That bridge there. Zirin Babaja.
Yes.
Now the former administration come there abandon, they didn't look into it.
Good.
That the new government should help us and look into the bridge. That bridge will help us a lot so that people can use their need are coming from refuge can be shortcut for us to come to that Prapuri roundabout.
Thank you.
That's number one request this month. Then number two is please the government should help us for this our road towards that Sisters Convent, Shiaka, Good and Base, that Kenaya School,
yes.
to St. Julius Catholic Church. Government should remember us that side. Please,
right.
That's what I want to say this morning.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Amen. And
We
you
can
too.
bless our country, Nigeria.
Amen. I say amen to
Now
that.
we they do us. They come from Terminus.
Mr. Kingsley Barnabas. Yes, the man who always call, sacrificing just like every other caller in here, spend their money, their resources, just to be a voice to the voiceless, and of course to ensure that governance, participate in governance. So, hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gobi.
Oh, thank you very much, and amen already.
Thank you very much. This is Adewumi calling you from Boturo.
Adeumi, amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will continue to bless you.
Amen. And you too.
Mr. Gobi, this your topic this morning is very interesting and very important.
Thank you, sir.
You see, my major abandoned project is the new market.
New
Around
market.
Boturo.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear. Go
So
on.
that road that linked to Kaswanama around this new market, I don't know how to do that to Adamu.
Yes.
That road that you see, it has not been fine. And there are a lot of people selling clothes around those places.
Yes.
If you see the road, I see maybe during rainy season, that road is not motorable. Even you using your foot, even passing that part, you have to damage or destroy part of your clothes.
Yes.
You understand? So that's one of the abandoned projects. There is one abandoned project around Angwar Kuba.
Okay.
There is a road that leads to Baba.
Yes.
They have to go out to shoot.
Yes.
The new shoot.
Yes.
Yes, that road has been abandoned and there is a water board around that place. You see, that place has been, people don't used to follow that path and it has generated a lot of tension and security challenges is around this place. I think if the government can go towards that into Baba Road,
Yes.
they have got out to shoot.
Yes.
The new shoot at
Thank you.
Flamingo.
Yes.
At least people will applaud the government.
Yes.
And at least before I finish, I want to speak on the abandoned project of the stadium, the new stadium.
Okay. Zaria Road, right?
At Zaria Road.
Okay.
That's very important and the most important of all. I will be happy that the government can do.
Thank
This
you.
one at the terminus market.
Yes.
It has generated a lot of tension with the Jaiz Bank that the governor, Barrister Caleb Musa, Lalong wants to do. That
Yes.
generated a lot of things that the new administration will come up and fix the terminus market.
Yes.
We'll be happy to see that terminus market being fixed. Because a lot of damage and drugs have been
All right.
eliminated in that place. And we'll be happy. Honestly, it will be our choice.
Thank
See
you.
that market come up again because it's one of the best markets in West Africa. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adeomi. And on Mr. Adeomi, we have come to the end of this very segment. We'll be going on a short break and we will be right back. When we come back, it's still going to be a compilation of abandoned projects that you know as a person living in Jos Plateau State, Nigeria. It might be coming from any part of Plateau State. You just call us and let us know. We compile it together. We continue after this short time out. Stay tuned.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion?
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion?
So much for still staying tuned to Unity 93.3 FM this lovely Friday morning, the 20th of October 2023. And in the studio this morning, Duro just left me, and I'm not going to be alone because I have you, my viewer and my listener. And the topic today promises to be very, very interesting. It has to do with compilation of abandoned projects in Plateau State, Nigeria. It doesn't matter. It might be a project abandoned by a federal government, state government, local government, an individual, a group of individuals. Once there's a project that would have meant so well to humanity and has been abandoned, you may want to call us. Just call me and let me know what project is that and where is it located. Let's see how we can compile this, and we follow up on it in order to see that life becomes that kind of life that we'll prefer as a people. Thank you so much. In the meantime, I'll put on the studio line so that you can begin to call. Yes, of course, again, if you want to send in an SMS, you just do that very quickly. 0808-478-9999. Don't forget, my name remains Beatrice Adamu Easy, but you can just call me. Cool be that too. Will be well with me. Let me just go through this before I put on the studio line. Football will henceforth be used as a tool for promoting peace and unity on the plateau. Those are the words of Honorable Dr. Suleiman Yahya Kwande, the Tafe and Irigwe Garukuan Furaka, aka Dali Yup. Honorable Suleiman made the statement on the 19th of October 2023 at Miss Palace just during an off of allegiance and receive of certificate of return as chairman of Plateau Football Association PFA by pooling 24 votes. Mr. Azira Gotik got 23 votes, now as first vice chairman of PFA. We want to say, because of the element of peace and unity, some of us whom are not football enthusiasts will want to be a part of it because of the element and ingredients you have, decided during your inaugurations, you made that statement. So we follow up on that. Peace and unity, I will be all out for it. And thank you so much, my listener and viewer, for being there. Don't forget also that Unity FM has this program for you, Unity Academy. You may want to be a part of it. One thing I can assure you about Unity Academy is that the resource persons are all prepared for you. You know what? These are people, these are professionals in terms of media. They are related and connected to all professional media outfits that not only on the plateau. And they are ready all out for you just so that you come register and I'm sure you will not regret being part of Unity Media Academy. And at this point, I'll just put on the studio line so that you can call and let me know as we compile today. Abandoned project. I am a witness of a structure, a primary health care. I want to believe this is a local government project, but it has been abandoned. I know of it. Yes, of course, you have the structure, you have some few facilities there, but I ask questions, dear personnel, so you may want to tell me what are the projects that you think has been abandoned. So far in the previous segment of Unity Trend, we've received calls, we've compiled a lot, and we still want to have more and more people calling to draw attention to the issue of that, they say is a 5-star hotel on your way to the new Jude, so what do you have to tell me? Our first caller, hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
May I know your name, please?
This is Gang from Faringada.
Gang from Faringada, it seems you're first caller. Anyway, I'm so happy to hear from you. Any abandoned project, please?
Yes, we have an abandoned project, a road project between Faringada and about Wangwanjarawa.
Okay, Faringada to
and there's another one behind paper staff U-turn that links to Okuba Road.
Thank you. Anyone?
Another one anyway.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, I strongly believe that lots of people are wondering what's the number to join, because I know of one abandoned project. If you want to do that, 070-3235-3315. I'll call it again after this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much. Who is with me this morning?
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. What's your name?
My name is Abdullah Denzaki.
Denzaki, it's been a while. You're not the first time caller, so please, what's the abandoned project this morning?
Records, from Records, TNT.
All right. Okay.
Right. Babu Bridge.
Okay.
To Eshanu still.
All right.
There is one road which they make, they never complete.
All right.
Up to now, all the Nasarama steps, they don't start within the road. They never complete.
All right.
And then from Gilbela,
yes,
coming to Bantis on. Nasarama, all there is no road.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Denzaki, for calling 070-3235-3315 is the line to join. We really would love to hear from you. Let's get to know where that abandoned project that you feel it is from you. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. I can hear you. Go on, please. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I can get you. Oh, man, I want to believe this is a first-time caller. Well, if you call, you just go on telling me your name, where you're calling me from, and then you tell me what the abandoned project is. Please, go on. You mustn't hear from me again after I have received your call. Just go on, and I want to get that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning once again.
Thank you. Hello, go on, your name.
Calling back.
Please, it's good to have you calling back in a minute. Abandoned project. Anyone?
Yes. It was done by the joint administration, and the Malay administration didn't take that serious. So we are calling on the next administration to try and complete that road. That road is dirty. That road is not something to talk about.
Thank you.
Please and please, something else should be done in that place.
Thank you very much. This reminds me also from Jebu Mayango, the road was stopped there, and that same road leads to Vom. Yes, that was the major road. I've seen lots of luxurious. Then they, started using that road. It's actually a very one for us to, look into it. The road construction from Mayango Junction all the way through Jebu Mayango, and then you get to Vom. Yes, if you're taking your routes to Abuja, you can just go that way instead of passing through the city of Jos. Sometimes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, who am I on with?
Of course, you're going to Laronto.
Yes, from Laronto. Any abandoned project, please?
Laronto.
Yes, you're welcome.
Before that, I think let me take a few and recommend our American governor.
All right, thank you.
The thing has been doing on the platform.
All right, thank you.
Honestly, what you are seeing now over the past 8 years,
Thank you. Yes.
Because of the happiness, I just got this thing, what do you call them? One of the pure water to them, a bag of pure water to them, because of our wonder with joy.
All right, thank you. So, any abandoned projects?
I want to recommend the one in Apata.
What?
The Apata road is our company right now.
Okay.
It's a trap.
All right.
That is under the administration. It was break to completion. Before former governor came on board.
Yes.
We complete the road. Right now, that is a big trap.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's how it is. This is the first time giving the people an opportunity on radio, compiling their reports, their voices. Any abandoned projects, you need to say it yourself. The government is listening. Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm back again as a tailor.
As a tailor, please, you have a minute. Just go on. If you have any abandoned project, please, we will be happy to hear it from
you.
you.
Tell you, this that I am always emphasize about the work.
Yes.
Because the spirit what I invite you to come and replace the work from the lower to NFRS.
Yes.
Honestly, because we need the assistance for the government, let them now meet.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay. Thank you very
that's my own call.
Thank you very much, as a tailor. Thank you very much, a regular caller there. Now, I want to apologize already. I seem not to have the network as it should be. I wonder if I would be able to read comments on social media. Hello, good morning. Oh my, you may need to call us back. 07032353315 is the line to join us. I'll call the line again. 07032353315. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kuzi.
Oh, thank you very much.
Abdullah
Rokibo, I want to believe you have that, which you refer to as abandoned project. Let's have it compiled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good morning.
Thank you.
Program this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have abandoned project from Ingame. We follow route MBA to the return.
Okay.
From TALLATA house exactly.
Okay.
By the body side.
Okay.
We are followed by MBA and the
Okay.
link to the court.
Okay.
So it's abandoned project.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. All right, the network is not friendly at all, and I really want to apologize. It's not my making. I really would have loved that everything is under my control, so I will just make it right. But of course, you still can. Let's just keep going. Of course, we're getting some, some good one from you. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for what we are doing.
I truly appreciate. Give it to the Unity FM.
Hello?
Yes, give it to Unity FM. Thank you.
Paul Bode from the abandoned project.
Yes.
From one will be away to some finish.
All right.
Hello?
All right.
From that's 05. Yes, abandoned with there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much for calling. All right, abandoned projects. We would have just, sit in the comfort of Unity FM and then begin to assume what abandoned project that we have scattered around in Plateau State, but we decide, no, let's involve the people. They are more intelligent than the few of us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Work is fine. You may need to be audible, please.
Yes. In the from Tata, we have invested abandoned project.
Okay, what is it? Please, go on.
From that, we get to Barra down to Tata.
Okay.
What is work that we are mentioning, I don't really want that what that is, because during the there's the contractor.
Yes.
In fact, now they are what structure and what is work. They are allowed that road, but that work they did it. Yes, it didn't need 6 months. Everything is for them.
All right.
If there is rain,
Yes.
also cannot even there is a place that also cannot even pass.
Yes.
That has to go. The motor will now pass. Then passengers will now follow it with lane and straight and follow the motor to another side and enter.
Yes.
That place is the most worst abandoned project. So I'm telling you, that's one of your start there is staying at Tata.
All right. Yes. Thank you.
Then I forget about the secretariat.
All right. Thank you.
I'm telling you.
Thank you very much. I think I'm a witness to that too. Okay. Abandoned projects. Some of these projects you can have over decades. You can have like 20 years, even 30 years abandoned. And this is some kind of project that would have helped improve life. You may want to call us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Your name? It's good to have you. So, any abandoned project, please?
Yes, we have abandoned project. We have along Lamingo Road.
Okay.
We have Lamingo Road to Marban Jama, from Marban Jama to from Lamingo Road to Haipan.
Okay. All right. Right.
We have a cassava plant from Haipan.
Thank you. Go on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Oh, mine. If you get to remember any of these abandoned projects, let me give you a line that you can even send it to me. If you have pictures, if you don't have, no problem. Just go ahead and send it to this personal line, 0808-478-9999. Even after the show, I would make sure it becomes part of the compilation. Oh, mine. We lost this. Hello. Oh, mine. Okay, you may need to call us back, 070-3235-3315. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, I can hear you. Go on, please.
It's okay. There's one abandoned project at this Lamingo Road. The one, I don't know whether it's a hotel.
Yes.
It's a 5-star hotel.
They say 5-star.
I came into trust. I've been doing that. I don't know.
Yes.
That's the one I know.
Thank you very much. Abandoned projects. Yes, of course. 070-3235-3315. We have never gotten SMS and people calling in like today. This is because it shows that people are ready to be voices for their community. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Kogi.
Thank you. Your name and where you're calling me from?
Yes, I want to comment on one impression. You see, there is a difference between leadership and the contributing.
Yes.
We are contributing, and when the time is 2 minutes or 3 minutes, once we stick to that very point.
Thank you.
And at the same time, when something is given and much is demanded.
Thank you.
And one other thing, this program is open for sponsorship. If you want to talk over 100 minutes, so you can come for sponsorship.
Thank you.
I mean, the first only project that is here abandoned is criminal.
All right.
It's not the critic radio, but again, nothing is happening. Nobody even knows whether there is a leadership in this. Thanks and God bless.
Thank you very much. Okay, let me just read a few comments that I have here. This one said, good morning, gentlemen of the press. Really, you are trying your best. As you say, journalists have to be protected. Also, others people need to be protected, especially the entire African countries are so vulnerable to set traps using the religious by the superpower people just for their personal interest in different issues. That is how we are not enjoying meaningful development and peace. Ismail Isa just. Thank you, Ismail Isa. Facebook is not really working for me today. Maybe you resorted to just sending me an SMS. I appreciate it. This one says, good morning. My name is Engineer Abubakar Ibrahim from Nepa Zaria Road. We have two abandoned projects. One, Yelwa Road, Naraguta, start by Joshua Darie over 2 years. Over, is it 2 or 20 years? Second is primary health care built by Honorable Baba Hassan. Thank you and God bless you. Your name is not here. Next time you may need to send it your name. This one is saying Unity FM could be Doro and intelligent listeners and viewers, we really appreciate. We have an abandoned project, state low-cost houses in some of our local government. Hassan Garba, Hassan G, thank you so much. And another SMS here says, good morning, sir. Please, member, use an abandoned road from Tina Junctions to Fraka. We will be grateful if you people can help us repair it. God bless you. Mrs. Janet Alexander, thank you so much. There are lots more here, but we'll pick a few more calls and probably we begin to see how we call it a day. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on in a minute.
Okay, I'm Dennis.
Okay, please
I
go
want
on.
to talk about the sand, the one that leads the sand to Son by Son.
Okay.
That road is horrible, very, very horrible.
All right.
It could be an added route to the Alama Azu because they're coming from Senegal Azu. They're coming from there. You can actually follow that route. Then you come up from the junction and then you can head to the other side.
Yes.
So it's also an abandoned project.
Yes.
Let's say about that route.
All right. Oh, thank you very much. It's like we're receiving a lot of new callers today. This is because people will always listen, but today they have seen the need for them to be a part of the program. And that is why, in the wisdom of Unity FM, we've chosen that today it should be your day. Just tell us any abandoned project. Please go on.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President. In fact, I'm just brief. I'm not talking. I just want to not to make myself a hidden agenda. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, I want to believe Usman Okoro has a lot of projects that he would say that have been abandoned, probably because one or two people have mentioned his what he feels have been a project abandoned in the city of Jos and of course anywhere around Plateau State. Thank you for calling anyway. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kobe.
Oh, thank you very much.
You see, in our own community, there is no project that's more about abandoning work.
Yes.
So it is rather unfortunate that the government has neglected us for years. So, depending on the government,
All
you
right.
should remember that we are still part of Plateau State.
All right. Yes, sure.
That is my check this morning.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy. I'm so delighted today, most especially because I've seen people who would always call me just to say, we've listened. But today they have decided to call, and some even sending text messages, SMS. And so thank you so much. We still have but 2 more minutes to go on this edition, open mic edition of Unity Train, compilation of abandoned projects. Some projects are not necessarily being abandoned, but probably neglected. So whichever English you choose to use. Okay, this particular line seems to be calling us from far away Plateau because of the way it appears on my screen here. Whatever it is, we apologize. It's not our making that we're not able to get to receive or have you make your comments. Whatever it is, we have some few more minutes and we'll put it an end. Hello, good morning. Hello, 070-3235-3315. Hello, good morning. Okay, that is it. Let's see if, okay, this one is coming saying, network not friendly. Have been trying to call concerning U-Town Road about, okay, abandoned. Okay, this one is coming from, oh mine, it's coming from my very own, permit me to say, mentor, someone who I've been under, for broadcast training. I'm talking about my very own mother, Madam Ruth Abo. She just retired, a veteran broadcaster, and of course journalist there from PRTV there. And so she said herself too is saying this morning that she has been trying to call and also say the issues are the road abandoned, that one that connects, I want to believe is that one from MISALI to U-Town and all the way, yes. Thank you for calling and thank you for sending in your SMS. And thank you everyone for being a part of today's edition of Unity Trend, which we call it Abandoned Project, compilation of abandoned projects. I want to say thank you to the crew who made it possible for these productions to be a success. The TV crew, the radio crew, the engineers, and the management and all staff of Unity 93.3 FM. Thank you so much. Today happens to be the very last edition for this week. On Monday, God's willing, I'll be here and we'll put it on again for another interesting topic. I want to say bye-bye at this end. From me, Beatrice Adamu E.G., but you can call me Kubi. That too is okay with me. Bye-bye.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw